Hello, everybody. It is Mike Levin, and I am on my continuing saga of settling into my new laptop. And I have done a number of things already in a series of prior videos. I just installed ArtRage, which I didn't record, but who needs to see proprietary software install? Although what I am going to do is make it on the start menu. I told it to not install on the start menu, and so the only way to get to ArtRage currently is to start typing ArtRage and run it there. And what I want is it to be out here, and probably also on my desktop. So I'll probably use Control-Alt-R to run it here, which is actually a strong argument to not put it here. I don't like those kinds of redundancies. But let's say I have Camtasia Studio Recorder here. So I have recording on a keyboard shortcut. But say I wanted just the main editor out there. So I can right-click on that and pin to start. And so now I've got my first piece of software there, big and ugly. I always switch it to small, because why wouldn't you? And then you can sort of compact it somewhere, and then you can say common or something. So these are the really common because they're keyboard shortcuts, but these are also common enough to be here. So I'm going to show you, in fact, for ArtRage, I'm going to see if I can drag it directly from there. See, there's an issue here when you try and make a shortcut from something that's not on your start menu. So right there is a very strong argument to pin something to your start menu so that you can then drag it out here and create that link. See, when I was dragging it, you could see the link there, the word link, in where I'm dragging it. See, so you know it's going to become a link. And then when you actually let go of it out here, that little arrow in the lower left of the icon lets you see it's a link. And now you can right click on it, go to Properties, Keyboard Shortcut, Control-Alt-R. I know people use special software for this, especially for going multi-platform, but I really don't see the point of it when just the Windows integrated capabilities right here give you your keyboard shortcut. And if you switch to something like a Linux desktop or Mac, you can reproduce these using whatever native operating system things. That's about the level of familiarity you should have with these operating systems, which we're trying to get to work as lightweight shims to get to your web browser or your full screen Linux terminal. And which this is not yet, it's Notepad, but we'll get to that Linux terminal real soon. Another thing I think I'd like to do is just turn these icons to small, less obtrusive. Test my shortcut, Control-Alt-R. ArtRage. I'll probably do a lot of illustration. It's been more of an aspirational thing than a reality lately, but I always want to draw pictures and diagrams for the stuff I'm talking about. So I could always just drop that onto, the fourth screen. So the first screen I journal, second screen is web browser, third screen is the code or whatever I'm actually working on, and the fourth screen is to illustrate a thing and then to come back. So I have done a few of my items from my to-do here. I made the icon smaller. I showed programs in the start menu. And now we are up to a couple other things. Maybe I'll put it in this video. Turn on night mode, make the mouse pointer big and green, and turn off notifications in the lower right. So I'll take that first one to finish trimming down these operating system things that it puts all over here. I'm leaving audio and pen, and I'm leaving this for now, but my plan is probably to get rid of most everything. So we're going to start with turning off this notification panel. This is a pain for me. Not a pain, but there's really no reason to have notifications pushed to you anytime and breaking your flow. So this is another settings thing. And it's also one of these less than intuitive, if I can remember this correctly, perhaps system, notifications and actions. Yeah, see, this is where you would think it would be notifications and actions, but there's something a little bit different going on here that I have to remember where to find it. Maybe I'll just type it in because we know it's Action Center. System, view advanced system settings, no. Notifications and actions, that's where I am, notifications and actions. And then there's a turn system icons on or off that's supposed to be hiding around here. Turn system icons on or off. So this is hiding in there somewhere. I got to find out exactly where to get to this. But once you have those magic incantations, you can of course use it. And I was in here before to turn the clock off, so I should have just read down the list and recognized what I'm trying, other things I'm trying to get rid of. I didn't know it by name. I had to Google it. I thought it was like Notification Center. So there it is, Action Center. We turn that off. So now my to-do list is actually true because I move that to done. And turn on night mode. Let's try going for, so I'm tired of all this white. See, my average everyday thing that I want to look at is on the dark and stormy side, with stuff that's supposed to draw my attention to be illuminated instead of illuminating everything and then blacking out. See, this is modeled on how paper works, ink on paper, and it's terrible for the eyes, I feel. Some people disagree and think night mode during the day is doing more damage than good. I am not one of those people. I love night mode. So let's just grab for it. No results from night mode. Settings, system display. Settings, system, display. They call it nightlight. No, that's not what I want. I want it on all the time. Schedule nightlight, turn it off, and then we turn it on now. Ugh, look at that. That is not what I want. It's not nightlight. Personalization. There it is. Choose your default. It is dark. Choose your default app mode. You have to switch your app mode to dark as well. See, dramatically takes effect right there on settings. It is not affected the Google homepage yet, and it has not affected Notebook. But you can see anything that supports it, it's supported. So there you have it. Night mode turned on. And it's a modification of your colors under personalization. And turned on night mode. And maybe making the mouse pointer big and green, and then I'll get rid of most of these little settling in things that I do. And this will be the last video on that front before I get on to the more interesting things that people are probably here for, like Windows subsystem for Linux, Windows terminal, and things like that. So this has got to be right where it was. This has got to be system, display, and then mouse pointer right under display. Yeah, I'll type in pointer. Change the mouse pointer color and size. No, it's a little too big. There, 4 times normal size. That feels about right. And the pointer color, we choose it from the wheel. Mikey Lakey green. There's my pointer. Nice green arrow. Yay, that looks familiar to me. And we turned on night mode. We made the arrow big and green. So there, that's a big video. I might do some editing to get rid of my stumbling in the middle. I wish this app supported night mode. I would much prefer this to be on white on black instead of black on white. But as I pointed out to the person who commented to me on my previous video, this is a temporary situation, and Vim will definitely be against a black background. So thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon, and don't forget to subscribe.